Hello, community. How is everyone? Welcome to this beautiful AMA Monday morning, September the 5th. It's been a while, but yeah, again, we had already discussed or told in other before and also in the channel that it's like really for us um, since we're working in the back, it's like hard to update, on the side because like we will talk about a lot of things the same. If we do it like on a weekly as before, we're going to do that, of course, when we have again a more active, attractive market. I would say that user really, our community, whoever is like listening and paying attention to the market, then we of course be getting back, stepping up to a weekly schedule. But again, we are still in a bear market. We are building. We keep our focus where we should, and this is again like behind the doors, and really building in the back end. Let me quick check if Mark is also here. Mark, are you here? Can you say something? Are you alive? Nope. Doesn't look like. He had a few technical problems when he wanted to join. Yeah, Mark is here. You know him. He's basically our head of BD, head of partnerships, how you want to call it. And yeah, we had a lot of events where we've been in the last few weeks. We've been in Korea on the blockchain week. We've been in Gamescom. What's super important, of course, for us also to see how the Web2 world is reacting basically on our product and our, as a very early stage crypto infant market, in the Web3 space. So this is something where we have a few million user here in Web3. It's not yet if the big ones, like what we especially in gaming looking up to around 3 billion user or what we have, so that's why we are super early, and we see that more and more often since we speaking to all speaking to all these Web2 games. And hi Mark, there is.
Hey, so I had some laptop issues.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you, Mark, for joining. And yeah, Mark, maybe I just try to reflect a bit, about the feedback we had in the, especially on Gamescom, the Web2 event where you've been. I've been here in Bali still. I had, work, but I mean, some of you guys, you've been out there on the ground, the basically the infantry. And yeah, can you give us some feedback about like how was the impression? How was the fight about Web3, Web2? Yeah, it would
Sure.
be I think nice for everyone to hear.
I think fight might is probably the right word to begin with. The first couple of days was something that predates Gamescom. It's called DevCom. So you have all the developers there, and publishers, etc. And everything was predominantly Web2. Yeah, that first day there was coming up against a lot of resistance from your traditional Web2 guys. And then we quickly established who were the right people to talk to and who wasn't. And then when Gamescom kicked off, that kind of brought a lot more of the blockchain savvy people around. And from the second day onwards, we started to make some amazing connections. I don't know if we're allowed to name names on here of the people that we're talking to, but we probably couldn't have got involved with any bigger people than who we did.
I mean, you can
And
mention the companies, not
yeah,
in specific
sure.
what we're talking about, but yeah.
Sure,
So like,
sure. Okay, so I was very fortunate to make the acquaintance of the guy who's head of gaming at Binance, an amazing individual. We had myself and him had a real great connection. We spoke for hours, even outside of business. It was spoke about a lot of personal stuff, and we got on great. And he will open up a lot of doors for us, and he's already started to do that. We're starting to see that already with some of the leads that we're generating with some of the bigger studios. He's personally invited me to Binance Week in Paris, and put me on the list there. So I booked to go and see those guys on the 14th of September. And again, he said the reason I want you out here is because there's going to be a lot of good contacts for you and Unix moving forward. We demoed some of the technology that we have that we've been speaking about, and we blew his mind with that. Every question he asked, we could answer, no issues at all. He knows that what we have is a real true end-to-end solution, so that was great. And off the back of speaking to the right guy, you kind of get in with the right people. It's like I think you said, like being in with the cool kids. There's a group of people, the right type of people, all know each other in this industry. Although it feels very large, there is a core group of people who are the right kind of people who can open up many, many doors for you. And that is what we managed to do and get involved with. We're nice people. They like us. They like what Unix is doing. We have a very good reputation. The way that we carry ourselves when we are representing Unix is very important, and we're very mindful of that also. And this is the most excited I've been for the next 6 months since I started at Unix just under a year ago. There's so much going on. And on the partnership side of thing, I love making connections with people and speaking to people and doing deals, if you like, and closing deals. And we're getting to the point now where we're getting some real traction.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. Yeah, I think this is the feedback in general, like what we get on what we're building the last year and so on. I know that it's like it was super challenging, especially how we started, everybody went on the GameFi train, I would say, and it's like that's something in crypto, and this is something we had today. We had a few visitors, from VCs here in the office, and I'm honestly, I don't like actually the crypto space. Like these people, like when you're with the right people, that's fine. But if you're a startup or anything, it's super tough. It's all about who you know, and then you pay ridiculous fees. Like for everything, people want to charge you, and I think especially on our journey, I mean, it was definitely super successful, but with a lot of learnings. Especially you had to shift the whole business model basically from a running business model, like what we, of course, everybody was seeking for. I mean, not only us, the VCs, they invested in this Axie Infinity scholarship model. Play to earn was the answer to all the problems, but it wasn't sustainable. So, and then we had to, rebrand, rebuild, rethink. And I think now, like after we have now everything managed, went through, have the right people on board, like our, let's say, core team, what we have now built out, some people left after, very short of amount of time, and now having with the tech and what we're building, I think it's pretty cool. We have a clear direction, especially, and I would say thank you actually to the bear market. I know not everybody liked the bear market. For me, it was really a relief, and not in a, that we are not care about the token price and the community and everything around Unix, but it's less destruction, less opportunities, and just really clear focus on the core. And the core is basically something what built for the long run. And I think we had demonstrated actually in one AMA what is the what we have built out. We have already one link. I will share that after this AMA. Where it's more explained. If you haven't watched the video, what we have built. We have built a tech just to be quickly run through. It's basically any Web2 game can come to us and basically turn their game into a Web3 game. And why is this important? Because you want to give games more, or gamers basically actually more flexibility and more ownership on the assets. So, I mean, personally, and just from my experience, I spent thousands of dollars into digital assets already, like over the past 20 years since that exists, so, and I cannot resell them. That's actually the biggest problem, because all the money you invest, you never get it back. Basically, you know, it's really like, at least then now you have the chance to purchase something and you own it. And this is something very, very important, because it's first of all, people are more likely to buy something. You know, like over 30% of players, they would purchase more if they have the chance to own it. Yeah. Then usually games with a tradable marketplace, they have like 500% more revenue and many, many more good features actually for that. And our toolkit, basically our end-to-end solution, is really bridging that gap. And it's basically the games can focus on what they're doing the best. That is yeah, building the game, and they can use us as the blockchain component, and basically kickstart their game in the Web3 space. And that's a cool feature. We have a wallet solution, we have asset creation and management of virtual asset, NFTs and so on, cryptocurrencies, marketplace, a studio dashboard, what is linked to Unity and Unreal Engine, what you can basically, with our SDK, with our plugin module for these engines, and you can start off. Actually, you can do it, you know, on a Sunday afternoon if you want to turn your game. I mean, it's sort of that easy. Of course, depends on the size of the game. But yeah, and as Mark mentioned, like we got like very good response from not only Binance. We're talking about a lot of projects. We cannot all yeah, open up here, but we have a few partners we work with on the website already. The new website going to be live end of this week, and there is a few partners, and I can name a few. For example, Fireblocks is one of our partners. We talk about onboard provider. Azure Games is one of our partnerships, and so on. So we have really a lot of yes, more and more to come. And yeah, this definitely we are pretty proud of, you know, especially in the bear market. Now we can send a very strong signal also to the space, you know, that, you know, it's a time to build, and we have built something awesome. I think we have an 8 to 12 months competitive advantage here on the tech we have. What we really put into place, we expanding heavily on BD, where we upgrade the team. Yeah, I don't know how you said it. Upgrade, Mark, how you call it?
Expand, maybe.
Expand. That's
Eventually,
word
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, upgrading sorry, expanding on BD. Sorry, business development. So we get more people out there, you know, who know the tech, who basically want to start off. And I think there's a lot of skilled people now, especially in the bear market. So, and instead of releasing people, we want more people. And we have also, I think, a very nice incentive structure and so on. It's really like now is becoming a really, really getting traction. And yeah, further, we're super proud of the team, you know, like taking all that, and also Mark and everyone who's like really flying around the world to get on all these conferences. We have few more conferences. We have Singapore Token 2049, then also Gamescom Asia in October. It's going to be huge. Then a few events in Korea. Mark, you going to Binance Paris, and I think also to the NFT London. Yeah, because anyway, it's a home run, right? So
Yeah.
not really a big travel. But yeah, but we're going to be. This is actually now the place to be, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but I think it's now it's time really to go everywhere, because any conference we are not, you know, basically someone else get the leads, you know,
Yeah.
like it's really something.
It's about our name is definitely spreading, and I tell you what, a lot of people are really commending us on what we're doing, that we could easily just sit back, we could cry into our cereal about the market and sit around for a year, wait for the market to pick up and then go again, as the guild. But like, you don't have that kind of mentality. I certainly don't. We want to make a success of this, and the pivot that you've made and decided to make is the right pivot. But the feedback from, even just from, I've built a lot of VC contacts since I've come into Unix, right? Because these are the type of contacts we need, and every single one of these, and big VCs as well, will back us. They're like, look, we really commend what you guys are doing. We'll back you as in any way that we can. And now, off the back of Gamescom and a few of the other events that we've been to, where our name is starting to, people will know who we are. Outside of just being a gaming guild, they know that these are the guys, with a gaming platform and with the SDK technology. We need to stay relevant, and we need to be active. And we're back to back with phone calls, speaking every day as well, myself and the team. And I don't think there'll be an event around the world that somebody within Unix won't be covering. They even, with the Binance Paris, be personally invited there by the main guy is just goes to show you the types of moves that we're making. And I only expect that to get better and better the more our name gets out there even more.
Yeah, I think so. And the tech is like, it's just now a few more stations, to plug, and we really talk to, I don't know, like almost every game what is actually currently in the Web3 market. And of course, Web2 is more about like you need to educate them. There's also a lesson what you brought back from the from the Gamescom. That really like a lot of people didn't know about really the potential of Web3. And this is another mission. So this is definitely, that's why we also expand the BD team, that we really not only target Web3 who already committing to Web3, is also the companies who don't know about Web3. So now showing them the potential of tradable assets, about really like building royalties into assets. And instead of like making like Modern Warfare, for example, there was the Modern Warfare. If you're a Call of Duty player, you bought like tons of skins, you spent maybe 100 $200 on it. But now with the new one, all the assets are not transferable. So you need to basically start all over, buying your stuff again from the marketplace, or achieving it again. So, and this is not fair. This is not fair for the space. This is not what we are standing for. This is why I'm here, or we are here, because there is now the technology and the potential, and it's so close. I think it's just now the last sprint, basically, until we are really like going into the Web3 era, especially in gaming. And a sprint, I mean, talking maybe about 2-3 years, that you will not hear anymore like about like, okay, this is Web2, Web3. No, it's just gaming. Especially for us, our market will not really feel that the player or the users who will spend billions of dollars, they are like they will not be how to say, they were not talking about blockchains. They are not interested. They're not talking about if it's an NFT or not. No, they're just playing the game, and the game is most important. So you will see that it comes to the core value of a game, and this is fun, and having then basically the user inspiring, buy assets, and of course an asset want to someone want to own something or achieve something in a game. So that's what we see. That's what we're here for. Play to own, or free to own, whatever you want to call it. That's the underlying mission here, especially in our Unix side. And I want to just highlight one more few partners. Where's that? Oh, I can share that here. Okay, 1 second. Window. Yeah, here is one of our partners. We just got the confirmation today. This is Incredible. Incredible is a platform. They are working already. It's basically Fortnite is using Incredible, and as you see, there's Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft, Intel, Epic Games, City, Boeing, Philips, Airbus. So they building basically so solutions that you build faster the game, or on engines you work for, that using computing power, that you basically can erase a lot of coding or development time. So this is one of our partners. We already we just closed today. I cannot really go much more into that. Then just another slide I want to highlight. Maybe not everyone know that, but if you look at the gaming industry, for example, here we have company Tencent, here we have Microsoft and Activision and Blizzard, we have Sony, Apple, Microsoft as single, Google, and so on. And here just Axie Infinity as a single Web3 game. was making just okay. It was, you know, a good example. At the moment, I don't know what is their revenue, to be honest, but it's about 2021 when all that happened, and they made 4.3 billion as a single game, as one of the first actually breakthrough Web3 games. What allowed what was had allowed basically give ownership to the games, and just by saying that, and now imagining how early we are and how many games are coming, and really literally our tech can actually convert every game into a Web3 game. And this is also where we as Unix basically see also the huge potential. And this is especially for token holder. Of course, it's very, very um, interesting, because of course, what happened with the token, what we do with what we're planning to do the token, where's the development? I know these questions are there, and yes, the final round, the launchpad is definitely on hold. Is nothing what we can do about it. And again, I can run you through, DAO Maker, GameFi.org, whoever is out there, launchpad. There's not really any race really happen. Yeah, it's really the market is dead. There is nothing really what is trying to achieve something in the market. Better wait and build, improve, because most of these projects, they are anyway in a building stage, so they just postpone their actual launch, looking maybe for some more funding in the back to finance their development, and then they go to the market when the market allows, because it's no point to shoot the best. You can have the best product you launch now in the market, you will not be considered as a good product, and then your way is way harder to establish. So again, we cannot do anything, but the staking is changed. So now, and there's the update on the article. We had already live. We updated today the instructions, also the final round. The instructions for the staking are there. So please, anything about staking, read through. You can now access your tiers. We open the Discord soon. We already want to build a community around that, and of course, speaking more into in more close circle with the founder team, with the people who hold the necessary NFT, that we basically have more this close conversation with our OG holders and of course the legendary holders. This is still number one priority. Again, we cannot provide you with any launchpad. As soon the market looks better, we are there. The tech is ready. Again, the staking platform is live. We're just not executing on any launches. That's the one thing. Please check the link, check the medium, check the instructions. If you haven't, we will post it one more time in the community chat. And Mark, anything to add on that side?
No, I actually wanted to speak a little bit more about the launchpad, because I don't. When I sometimes look in the Telegram group for Unix, I don't think maybe this is that obvious, but we were inundated with projects that wanted to launch with us. Right, we had lots, and we were cherry picking what we considered to be the best projects that had the most chance of success. Delicium and Shrapnel and these kind of titles. And we had 7 or 8 of those projects ready to go to launch, to do their IDO or their IGO. And, we expected internally, we did expect the market to come down within Unix. We have my background is trading commodities and some of the other guys. So we looked at the charts and we looked bearish, but nobody expected it to drop as much as it did. And that put the brakes on anything we could do with the launchpad, because no project that is trying to be around for the long term is going to launch in a bear market. You get one chance to get it right, and you have to try and time it as best as possible. So there will be projects launching right now, but their chances of success are very low, I would say. But when the market picks up again and the launchpad gets going, we will have absolutely no issues with launching top projects, because we were already finding them before. We have a very good reputation as a guild. We have a very good reputation now by the way we conduct ourselves from a business level as well, which is really important to me. So I just wanted to reiterate that, because I worked really hard with my team for 3-4 months on getting the right projects for the launchpad. And then, and going through many different projects and many phone calls to get 7 or 8 of the right ones. And then the market really dropped, and we had to put the brakes on that. And I think that maybe just try to help people understand a little bit about what happened there, because it's important.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark, for getting more in detail in that. Yeah, and I know that also this is actually a good point to jump on. And I understand maybe that, like in the community, not everybody's happy, especially in bear market. There's a lot of people, they want to see more green. I understand that, your portfolio is down, but we had a few people from the community. They've been not really, they actually did the opposite. They really tried to and contacted actually people like like long time holder and believers, and separated them privately in DMs and told them like really like wrong facts. There was from you few people in the community was initiated that we rug pulled the whole thing, that we're not working on it, and they show like fake proof and all that stuff. It was not really nice. It stopped. And again, we've been open there. We have nothing to hide. I went for, invited everyone for a call. At the end, these people never even showed up. So it's like super time consuming, and it's like not fair for people who basically trying to really like yeah, destroying the mood, I would say. And yeah, but I mean, we're working, and this is all what we can do. We put our heart and soul in. um and yeah, this is what we are, and I think this is something also what I think makes us special in Unix. I know there's a lot of awesome companies and a lot of awesome teams, and everyone works a lot, but you know that we are now, I think we like Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, like Mark, Andy, people like coming and really like you do that because you like it and not because you are here for the money or for anything. It's like something like and myself also, like we got attached to that, by building something. It's like
Mm.
it wasn't like, okay, I give you a salary and now you work for us. It was never for money, and this is, I think, very important, especially if for any type of business. If it's driven by money, uh I don't know, it's maybe not the wrong motivation. But if it's something you can really achieve something here in early stage, like we are so early in GameFi, this can be really, some of these projects can be the next Coca-Cola, yeah, can be the next Microsoft, I don't know. So I think to be there and really building an awesome product and an awesome market with awesome people, I think this is why we're here. And now it's like really like getting on these events and not like standing in the corner with like with shitcoin and Floki and baby dodge. That's a good sign. And and having, of course, the right skills. We might not be the young gamer, you're not the Fortnite guy, but life experience and what we have all brought to the table, over the years in different fields. You come from different finance than this was, Mark. And of course the team is, I would say, always like I like to call it the Avengers. you know but
Yeah.
the everybody got like his skill set and the heart in the right spot. So I think this is what makes us very strong, and people like us. And because we are like coming from a, not the tech space. Like sometimes you go on these events, and people talk tech, and it's like who is really interested in that. You want, we go the after events, people like to hang out with us because we like also, have sometimes a joke, like not only like business. So I think, and we're good drinkers, not on every event, but we can also have one or two, three glasses more than the average. And we're not falling, out next day. Yeah, but I think that's special on our team side. And yeah, but on the product, I run you quickly through, guys. Just see it as a, little pre-info. But we rebrand the whole yeah, the whole website. This will be our new logo, what you already see. We have more here to come. Owned is our gaming platform. What you see, we have our end-to-end solution. What we'll be showcasing here, our social app, the final round platform, the game studio. So it's gonna be all live in the next days here. Of course, our partners, where we are pretty proud on, like working with the top people in the space, and many more to come here on the website. And if you want to know more about our end-to-end solution, please, once the website is live, we have all the informations here. About the tool, we have already here our 7 blockchains, what is integrated, highlighted, and the engines we work with. We're working also on near flow and immutable X at the moment. Here are a few core features of the SDK. Yeah, really what makes why we're standing out from the rest at the moment. And we want to keep it that way, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome, really end-to-end solution. And this is here a little bit how you see the dashboard here in the top. Really also like what we are compliant with. This is also very important. Then, of course, it's not only the SDK, we have also the marketplace platform, gaming platform owned, what will basically like feed every games and all the information all in once is the Steam of Web3. If you want to, I would say we don't have any competition at the moment. If you want to count Fractal, yes, then we have maybe a competitor, but we are like, again, we are Web 2 and Web 3, and most of the marketplace, they're only, or platforms, they're only Web 3 user focus. And our focus is definitely on the wide range, on the 2 billion, 3 billion user. And again, a few partners we already can highlight, but more to come. We cannot name them here. This is too alpha. I cannot drop alphas like before. It's more tough business now. And once the deal is closed, we will of course update everything on the website then as soon as possible. And yeah, and this is actually like now it's the time also to to look forward. And once we open up also the community, I mean, any project really, if someone watching that, you have game studios, you have developers, even Web3 developers, we onboard new tools for the platform, so that every that now this is an end-to-end solution, but more tools, more use cases for the project is needed. If anyone is interested or know people, please send them towards the community, the channels. Let's connect and build the future of gaming. And yeah, I think this was or spoken from my side today. I have not much more points to cover. Staking, as I mentioned, check the Medium article where we explain all the steps. The platform is there. And yeah, Mark, anything?
No, I think we've covered everything. There was one other thing just to go back.
Go back on the website.
No, sorry, I lost your couldn't
Okay.
hear it. No, there was something I wanted to sort of reiterate, which might not have been obvious, that you touched on the people in the group.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Everybody can hear you, Mark. All good.
Right, sorry. I wanted to just touch on the fact that when there were some issues in the group, we offered phone calls up to all of those people, one-on-one phone calls with you, or group phone calls, and the people that were they were complaining or whatever it might be, none of them showed up for any of those calls or any of those Google meetings. So we're here, we're transparent, we can answer any question, but nobody came on the calls. So it's just people trying to cause trouble for no reason, I believe.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, again, everybody can really approach us. It's not really a problem. Nothing to hide. We are like happy to involve. I mean, we cannot, again, and this I think everybody understand. We cannot like really every detail, every partnership. Especially in tech now, it's not so easy because our tech need to be audited or from the other party. People need to really look into it, testing it until they really can say, okay, let's do a partnership. So it's really not a one call with them and then say, okay, we have a new partner, and their contracts are signed. So it's really a process of sometimes 2 to 3 weeks, depends on the deal. can even a month or so, until something happen. So, and I think we have a long runway. We have now a few serious partnerships coming. Hopefully, all everything is turning out well, and then this gives, of course, more trust to the project, more trust to the tech, of course, because at the end, um, we need to deliver to all the games and onboard more. And yeah, for the Unix token again, it's definitely also a lot of incentives during, as more we grow, as more games we onboard. There's features also that, either games can even use our token as their their currency if they're smaller, if they want to have kind of a payment or a governance token. We have also a lot of incentives planned for the platform. And yeah, and of course, as a holder, you will always have, of course, yeah, benefits as a launchpad, as more. It's like there's NFT rewards, yield in future, and so on. So yeah, this is definitely something we're working on. Again, it's patience is needed. I cannot. Yeah, I only can ask you to to do that, and just to stay up. And if you have something, of course, we will announce anything always in our community first. We have in the future more in-depth chats in the founder channel. What is, of course, a little bit limited, but this is, we want to create it more personal. This is, I think, very interesting and very exciting also for us as a team. And yeah, and looking for more projects coming and developer who want to join really, and who want to play around with the SDK, want to improve, maybe want to work with us. So we're super open for anybody who's really heavy in the space or want to be involved. So yeah, let's rock and roll. I think it's a good start in the week, Monday afternoon in London, Mark, and yeah, here we it's coming turning to 9 p.m. So I wish everyone a great start, and yeah, see you next time. And every time you have a question, please ask us in the community chat, and we are there.
Lovely. Have a great week, everyone.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Bye bye.